Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, our great millstone who taught us the truth and who rule well. Peace, love, salutations, and mercy be unto the hopeful elect. Get ready to be ostracized out of society and to be held in contempt. This world, if you are a so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, hate you, beginning with the top people that are ruling this world at the time, which really is the lowest and basest people upon the planet Earth. But at this appointed time, the Most High Heavenly Father allowed the earth to be given into their possession, and that is the so-called white man. And he's about to show his enmity, he's about to show his hatred, he's about to show his disdain on a whole nother level. And the things that we have been prophesying concerning the scriptures are really happening. Alright, the words in which we have been prophesying from the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down are coming into a light. And you are seeing it, or rather you are experiencing it. And the time is coming where they're going to kick you out of their society. Alright? They really don't want you to be a part of it, especially if you're a man of the Lord, one that is preaching and prophesying against them. As the scripture says, set thy mouth against Mount Seir to prophesy against it, roughly paraphrasing the scripture. Now, the word that I used was ostracize, and the word means to exclude someone from a society or a group. Alright, in ancient Greece, banished an unpopular or too powerful citizen from a city for 5 or 10 years by popular vote. But in this regard, alright, we have power through the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and they want to banish us. Alright, they want to put together certain laws, a draconian system in which they actually have us put to death. The men of the Lord, alright, beginning with them, because they're the main ones, alright, that are speaking out against this devil and calling, him out in regards to the things that he has planned, or his secret council, his agenda. We're exposing him, and he's gonna do whatever he can within his power to make us unpopular, all right, to make us, the negative people of the society, to the point where everyone believes the lie that he repeats over and over and over and over and over. Alright? All you have to do is repeat something over and over and over, and then people begin to believe it. So, within these times to come, we're going to become the unpopular ones. We're going to become the ones that are hated. We're going to be the ones that are considered outcasts. We're going to be held in contempt. Now, the word contempt means the feeling that a person or a thing is beneath consideration, worthless, deserving scorn. Alright, disregard for something that should be taken into account. And we should be taken into account. Alright, because we are the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Alright, and we are set up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to warn. Alright, and we are coming in the spirit of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. So therefore, what we are saying should be taken very seriously. But the opposite is going to happen. And what's going to happen because of the words that we are preaching, all right, they're going to come against us, and there's going to be a tribulation period. And in that tribulation period, like the ox say in North Carolina, hey, you're going to need big faith. You're going to need big faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because the times and the road that we're treading is about to get very difficult, and it's going to be filled with a lot of obstacles. Alright, the time is coming where we're going to be shamefully outcast out of this society. Alright, and we're going to be sieged. Alright, the enemy is preparing his army, alright, or armies to come up against us. And in this time, Esau is looking for every opportunity, every avenue, every way possible, to show forth his hatred and to be justified. And that's the reason why you have killings now, like the killing of Ahmaud Arbery, which was the individual, the Jake, that was jogging in Georgia and was killed by 2 Edomites, who tracked him down, who hunted him down, all right, who, went forward in the road and waited for him, and who shot him and killed him in broad daylight. All right, there's going to be more killings, all right, like this that happen. And the time period that this is known by is the time of tribulation, or the time of trouble. Matthew's the 24th chapter, verse 21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be. And Salaki, I had a few pop-ups pop up on the screen. But I want to grab the word for tribulation, which the word in Greek is thlepsis. And the word thlepsis is going into a pressing together. All right, pressure, metaphor. It's a metaphor for pressing together, or pressure is a metaphor for, tribulation. Like when you have a certain grain and you may roll, a millstone or a wheel upon it. And what that millstone is doing is causing pressure, and it's causing it to be meted out, and to be grounded up, and also separated from the stalk, or separated from, whatever a vine or whatever you would call it that is connected to. All right, so that's the time period that we're about to go through. We're about to go through a situation that is like pressing or threshing, out grain. And that's the time period when Esau comes after the children of Israel. All right, to put more pressure on them, to afflict them, to put them through a moment of tribulation, through distress, through straits being a place of difficulty. Also, thlepsis can also mean anguish, persecution, burdened, to be afflicted. All right, which I'm going to deal with the word anguish later. But as of now, I'm going to grab the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter, in the 1st verse, which reads, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. All right, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. So the time of trouble is coming. The time of trouble is here. And things are going to get so bad to the point where Michael, all right, the archangel, is going to have to stand up, all right, to help protect and to defend the elect of the nation of Israel, which are going to be delivered. But some of them, all right, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, will allow, all right, the devil to get some of them and to press them out or to thresh them out as well. And they're going to get caught up in the torments and the tortures. But the end of their, their walk within this thing, them enduring to the end, and showcasing, all right, big faith, they're going to be delivered. Their later end is salvation. Although they may appear to die before men and to be tortured and to be tormented. In which you can read about that within the Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter, in which I'm not going to read at this moment, but I will quote it. Go and read Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter, and it tells you the latter end of it. All right, Revelation, the 20th chapter, verse 4, tells you the latter end of those that are faithful unto death. Now, within this moment of anguish, within this tribulation, this thlepsis, all right, you're going to have a lot of Israelites that are in anguish. All right, and in this moment, in this time period, all right, they're going to depart from the faith because they're going to be offended. In this time, many Israelites will be offended and assimilate themselves back into Egypt. Egypt, the Egypt of this time being America. All right, and them being faithless, they're going to receive the RFID chip because of the anguish that's upon them. All right, because they're not rooted, because they're not grounded. All right, and rooted and grounded in what? To be grounded in faith. All right, you have some that with joy, all right, and with happiness, they receive this faith. They receive the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But because this tribulation and persecution is going to arise, they're going to depart from it. All right, but the point of this lesson is to encourage you, all right, to pray for big faith, all right, to pray for more faith, all right, in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and to believe these words. This is Matthew, the 13th chapter, verse 21. It says, yet hath he not root in himself, but dure for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended. So some will become offended, all right, because of the tribulation that's coming. Because Esau is about to showcase his madness, all right, he's not going to hold back. All right, he's going to do those things which he desired, all right, which this time is going to be a stumbling block, all right, to some of these Israelites who even know about the truth. The word offend being scandalizo, all right, which means, all right, to cause a person to begin to distrust and desert one whom he ought to trust and obey. And that one whom you ought to trust and obey is Yahushua, all right, who is the forerunner of our faith, all right, and who was an example unto us. To be offended in one, an example to see in another what I disapprove of and what hinders me from acknowledging his authority. All right, let me go up. To put a stumbling block or an impediment in the way upon which another may trip or fall, metaphor to offend. All right, so because of the hell, all right, that's about to, be a displeasure that's going to come upon, the house of Israel. You're going to have some Israelites that depart. All right, you're going to have some Israelites that are full of anguish. And because of the anguish, they're not going to continue to believe the words of the prophets in which they're speaking. And there's similarities between the coming out of Egypt and the times now. Now, you had Moses, all right, and Aaron going into the children of Israel. All right, and they were speaking concerning the deliverance that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua was going to wrought for his people to deliver them out of the land. All right. And you had many Israelites that didn't believe Moses because of the anguish that was brought upon them. So the same thing applies now. Exodus 6:6, it says, wherefore say unto the children of Israel, I am Yahweh, and I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians, and I will rid you out of their bondage, and I will redeem you with a stretched out arm and with great judgments. So what we're seeing right now in regards to the hornets, in regards to the unnatural weather, in regards to, UFO sightings, in regards to earthquakes in diverse places, in regards to, sicknesses, diseases, and plagues. All right, we are seeing the hand of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai upon the land of America and upon the world. All right, and he's visiting Egypt again in the world as he said he would within 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. So these are the judgments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And I will take you to me for a people, and I will be to you a power. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh your power, which bringeth you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians. So the Most High Heavenly Father is doing all of these things in the earth to bring us out from under the burden of the rich elite banking families, which are the modern day Egyptian pharaohs. And I will bring you into the land concerning the which I did swear to give to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. And I will give it to you for an heritage. I am Yahweh. Now this time, only the elect is going to inherit that land and be brought back into that land that was promised unto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Moses spake so unto the children of Israel, but they hearkened not unto Moses for anguish of spirit and for cruel bondage. So because of the tribulation, all right, the children of Israel, all right, some of them are going to be in anguish. All right, and through that anguish, they're going to assimilate themselves even further, even deeper into this Egyptian society, this modern day Egypt. All right, in which they're going to allow themselves to get pierced through by this man. Now, what is anguish? Anguish, all right, now from online etymology, it says acute body or mental suffering. So you're about to go through mental and bodily suffering. All right, a choking sensation, distress. So when you're choking, the only thing that you want is air. All right, the only thing that you want to do is breathe. and you would do anything to breathe. All right? And this is what Esau is getting ready to do unto you. He's about to choke the life out of you. All right, to the point where all you want to do is to survive. So therefore, what are you going to do? You're going to assimilate yourself into his society and to allow him to rule over you as a god perpetually through taking his RFID chip, even though it's not going to be perpetual. All right, because his rulership is coming to an end. And that's the reason why you're seeing these signs. That's the reason why all of these things are happening, even him making a move and getting ready to be enraged towards the children of Israel. Anxiety, rage, tightness, straightness, narrowness, distress, difficulty, throttle, torments. All right, so there's about to be torments that happen. All right, now for those of you that are rooted and grounded in the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, all right, you are going to show big faith. All right, you're going to show faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and even though these times are coming upon you, you're not going to waver. Why? Because you are rooted. All right, you are rooted in Yahushai. All right, through the word, man, being preached unto you, and through you believing. All right, which faith is a gift of the Most High Heavenly Father, and for you to believe and to have, the abundance of faith that you do, that's because the Most High Heavenly Father allowed you to. Now, if you need, all right, if you need more faith, all right, ask Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, ask Yahweh in the name of Yahushai to increase your faith. All right, this is what the apostles did. They asked Yahushai to increase their faith. Luke 17:5. It says, and the apostles said unto the Lord, being Yahushai, increase our faith. All right, if you ask Yahweh in the name of Yahushai, all right, Yahweh will give unto you liberally those things in which you require, those things in which you desire. So if you desire more wisdom, more knowledge, more understanding, more faith, more mercy, more love, more forgiveness, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai will give you those things if you ask in faith. So this is Luke 6:47. Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings and doeth them, I will shew you unto whom he is like. He is like a man which built an house and digged deep and laid the foundation on a rock. And when the flood arose and the streams beat vehemently upon that house, it could not shake it. It could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock. So what you want to do is dig deep, all right, and be rooted and grounded upon the faith of Yahushai. All right, so that when that tribulation come, or that tribulation period, and the things that the world is experiencing, all right, you won't be shaken to and fro, but you're going to be grounded. Luke 6:49. But he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that without a foundation built an house upon the earth, against which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell, and the ruin thereof was great. So this is what we're about to experience. All right, we're about to experience a great flood. All right, we're about to experience Esau Edom come in like a flood. All right, we're about to experience a moment of tribulation, a moment of trouble, unlike any other. And when that time comes, you want to be rooted and grounded in faith. Let's see. Just one moment, Baba Kashai. This is Colossians 2:7. Rooted and built up in him, established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. So it says rooted and built up, established in the faith. Let's look up the word established. The word there is B-I-O-O-O. And it says to make firm, establish, confirm, make sure. All right, you want to be sure in faith. You want to be established. You want to be firm in faith, especially in these times. All right, when people are being killed, when Jakes are being murdered in cold blood. All right, within the masses. All right, it's not just going to be one person jogging. All right, you're going to have plenty of Jakes running for their lives and being killed in cold blood and murder. And this isn't the first time that this country has done something in that regard. All right, remember Tulsa, Oklahoma. All right, Black Wall Street. Remember Greenwood. All right, remember, Rosewood. Remember slavery. All right, and all of the mass lynchings, all right, of our people. These are the same people, man. They haven't changed. All right, this is just another generation of them, which they are their fathers in the reincarnation. They kept their anger and their wrath forever, man. All right, that enmity is inside of them. All right, it's bred inside of them, and it's not going anywhere. The Most High Heavenly Father just allowed it, to where they harness that until the right time, and that time is coming. All right, where they're gonna come after the children of Israel. And if you don't take heed to this, then guess what? You're going to be one of the ones that get got. All right, because the hour of temptation is coming. All right, the hour of tribulation, the moment where Esau is going to take some of you and he's going to cast you into prison. All right, and the ones that he don't cast into prison, if you don't comply, all right, if you're not trying to assimilate yourself within his society, then he's going to kill you. And you're going to have Edomites, militiamen, that are just killing for fun, killing for sport. All right, because Esau does have that hatred towards you. Now, in order to stomach these times, you're going to need big faith. In order to make it through these times, you're going to need big faith. All right, there's going to be famines going on. All right, you're going to see Edomites dashing little ones against the stones. You're going to see Edomites hunting down Jakes. All right, you're going to see military men killing men, women, and children. All right, you're going to see a lot of blood and death. And in order to make it through these times, you're going to need faith. All right, you're going to need to be faithful until the end time. Revelation 2:10, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give you a crown of life. Now, what does it mean to be tried? All right, the word there for tried is periazo. And what is periazo? It says to try whether a thing can be done, to attempt, endeavor. All right, to try, make a trial of tests for the purpose of ascertaining his quality or what he thinks or how he will behave himself. So the Most High Heavenly Father is allowing these things to come upon us. He's allowing Esau, Edom, all right, to perpetrate and to do the things that he's doing unto the children of Israel, and to, make these moves in the earth, all right, in regards to putting out diseases, studying diseases and destruction, and making those things come to pass so that he can, bring those things upon the world and upon our people. The Most Heavenly Father is allowing that to happen. All right, because this is a time of the testing of your faith. All right, and those that have big faith will be the ones that receive salvation. All right, reading on, it says to try or test one's virtue, faith, character by enticement to sin, to solicit to sin, to tempt, all right, of the temptations of the devil. After the Old Testament of Yahweh, to inflict evil upon one in order to prove his character and the steadfastness of his faith. So Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is going to allow Esau to choke you. He's going to allow Esau to press upon you, to put you in anguish, so that the Lord can try your faith. All right, to find out if you will give in to the straits and the difficult situations that you are going through, or if you remain faithful to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, if you remain steadfast, all right, if you would not swerve from your deliberate purpose, all right, and if you would maintain our faith and piety, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua will deliver those that are faithful. All right, he's going to rescue them. But for those that are unfaithful, they're going to receive destruction. They won't receive this crown of life, which is given unto them, all right, that are faithful even unto death. All right, the time of tribulation that is coming, all right, is going to be heavy upon the world, even those men of the Lord that are within the world. But the scripture says right here in Revelation 14 and 12, here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandment of Yahweh and the faith of Yahweh Shai. All right, because the times that we're about to enter into is going to try your faith. All right, Esau is about to press upon you very heavily, and your patience is going to be tried. The word patience meaning to suffer. All right, but in the Greek, the word there is hupomene, which means steadfastness, constancy, endurance. Now, what is constancy? All right, we're going to grab that. All right, constancy means the quality of being faithful and dependable, the quality of being enduring and unchanging. So who's going to change? All right, who's going to waver? Who's going to swerve? Who's going to give up on believing in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai when they're hit with this hour of tribulation? All right, because this hour of tribulation is going to be unlike anything that we've ever experienced. It's going to be worse than slavery itself. It's going to be worse than when the conquistadors came over here. It's going to be worse than 70 AD. It's going to be worse than post-slavery. It's going to be the worst thing that happened since there was a nation, man. So, going over to the book of 1 Peter's, the 4th chapter and beginning at the 13th verse, which reads, it says, but rejoice in so much as ye are partakers of Yahweh Shai's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, you may be glad with exceeding joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Yahweh Shai, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory of Yahweh resteth upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other man's matter. Because the times is coming that we are going to suffer. All right. The word suffer there is pasco. All right. And the word means to be afflicted or have been afflicted, to feel or have a sensible experience. All right. To undergo. All right. In a good sense, to be well off in good case. In a bad sense, to suffer sadly, be in a bad plight. All right. Because Esau is about to, bring a plight upon our people. The word plight meaning a dangerous, difficult, or otherwise unfortunate situation. And that dangerous, difficult, or otherwise unfortunate situation is going to be the time of trouble. All right, the great tribulation that comes upon us. And without, the faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, you won't be able to make it through these times because you're not going to have the mental strength. Which means what? You're going to give in to anguish. And you're going to assimilate yourself back within Esau's system. All right. Yet, if any man suffered as a Christian, which means to be a Mashiach, to be a follower of Yahweh Shai, the Messiah, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify Yahweh on this behalf. So, if you're suffering in that time, man, give glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, because you're suffering for righteousness' sake. And when Yahweh gives those rewards, he's not going to forget you, all right, who is faithful unto him and unto his son. Reading on, it says, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. And if it first begin at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel? So the time is coming that judgment is going to begin at us. All right? And that judgment is going to be Esau coming in, all right, with his military, with his troops as a great flood, all right, to afflict our people, to bring tribulation upon them. And then eventually, he's going to implement the RFID chip. And after that RFID chip system is fully implemented, the Lord is going to rain down thermonuclear destruction. And as those missiles are coming down, guess what? The righteous elect is going to be going up into those ships simultaneously. So the righteous shall scarcely be saved. 1 Peter 3 and 13, it says, and who is he that will harm you, if ye be followers of that which is good? But and if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye, and be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled. All right, because Esau is about to bring upon us that time of trouble. He's about to come down with great hatred, and you're seeing him put all of his pieces into place to do that. And if you're ignoring this and you're thinking that everything is going to go back to normal because you're suffering from normalcy bias, it's a high time to wake out of hypnosis. It's a high time to wake out of sleep. All right. If this situation concerning, all right, this individual that was killed in jogging, if the coronavirus and all of the other events that are happening to the earth doesn't cause you to see that something is going on, all right, that Esau is putting his agenda together, all right, and that he's about to make things happen, then something is wrong with you. The book of James 1:12, it says, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive a crown of life, which Yahweh, all right, have promised to them that love him." All right, so if you love the appearing of Yahweh Shai, if you love Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, all right, and if you endure temptation, all right, when you are tried and you endure to the end and you remain faithful, having big faith, all right, the Lord is going to give you a crown of life, being salvation. So that time is here, man, and it's about to wax worse and worse. All right, look at Ahmaud Arbery and the other individuals that have underwent the same thing that they went, that he went through Esau. Esau is showing his hatred. All right, he's starting to show his horns, and this is the time that he waited for. All right, he was looking for every example to be able to do things like this and to get away with it. And the time is going to come where this is going to happen on a large scale. Even within 70 AD, they said that they were doing so much killing that blood ran through the streets. And that if the Romans wanted to, run and kill other Israelites that were running, they had to trample over, hundreds of dead bodies of Israelites, hundreds of thousands of dead bodies of Israelites just to run and chase and to get other Israelites. Well, the time that is coming is going to be worse than this. And Esau is going to do a lot of killing of you Jakes. And unless you have big faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you won't be able to endure those times. And you're not going to make it out of those times. So with that, I truly, truly hope that this lesson has been edifying. A call Haloyim La Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, love, salutations, and mercy be unto the hopeful elect. A shalom and a bad babah.